I'm getting excited about the mobile game in 2025, especially in action game hack and slash RPG. You will feel the same as me if you watch this video and see how the game has developed this far in the mobile industry. That's the reason why the phone specification needs to be upgraded to make the game experience feel more comfortable. In fact, the action RPG game is quite similar to PC level. It's just about the time. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Combat ARPG 2025, Top Hack and Slash Game 2025 Mobile. Where Winds Meet. This is one of the best hack and slash games on mobile. I guarantee you will agree with me 100%. The game's prologue shows us how the game has a high combat battle level with a top tier action and dynamic effect. The first impression I got is it's quite similar to Ghost of Tsushima Mobile. I believe the developer will successfully deliver the action combat to the player with so much action we can do. It is fast-paced and needs a high concentration to kill the boss. All of his movement is unpredictable, so fast response and timing is the key to avoid the incoming attack. When you master the dodge and parrying system, it will create a great action to counter the attack or even the skill. With a nice visual effect, skill will blow your mind and you will be realized if the mobile game has reached this level in 2025. All of the story will produce with voiceover, and we are able to see so many special scenes to represent the actual story. What a complete ARPG! Where Winds Meet is a cross-platform game for PC, Android and iOS, and we can connect it within a different platform. The best action RPG 2025. Black Beacon. I'm so happy we got a great new action hack and slash game in 2025. Even though the game has an English version, it's just about time to release globally. The game has so much action we should learn to support the player in a combat mechanism. So the player is able to switch the hero anytime without any cooldown by tapping the avatar portrait, try to switching close to the enemy to make a trigger of an entrance attack, and keep doing it to speed up the recovering of the stamina. The combo charge will open up when we make a gauge meter reach the limit. It will make the character can unleash the skill without consuming any energy. Always learn and mastering the dodge action. It will slightly make the hero invincible and can't touch in a certain moment. So make sure to touch the dodge button in a perfect timing. It allows the player to rotate the camera perspective into 360 degrees. Black Beacon is the best new action hack and slash game RPG 2025 for Android and iOS. Code FA. This game seems not polished perfectly and we can see so many things that are not represented in detail. But overall, I got the main idea of the main game's concept. It's a hack and slash game where the ARPG and also survival become one. So we are able to craft and create so many items and equipment through the crafting table. Anyway, we are not alone doing the actions, while the pad will help us a lot that make the crafting process finish faster. How we can capture the pad is pretty easy. We need to weaken the enemy first and make him reach his lowest HP. The lower his HP left, that means the higher capture rate, we can capture the monster and become our pet. The game's combat mechanism is hack and slash, but we can't move the hero while attacking. The developer needs to fix it and try to make the game look smoother. Anyway, the game is quite newbie friendly because the level of the monster is quite low. There is not much we should learn in combat. It's truly a basic skill that we need to tap when it's ready. I assume the game needs 3 or 4 times beta testing to be ready releasing in global. Celestial Edge. This game is on demo which is on development now and it will be available on Play Store later on. It's been confirmed by the developer, as it has a huge potential to become the best new offline action game 2025. The graphics are really good and sharp and how the heroes combo is really smooth with a fast action. Even the game size is pretty low, about 250 MB, but the game's quality is promising. In the demo version, we are only able to do a limited activity because all of the features are locked. Even the skill option is not open yet, so we can only unleash the basic attack. The combat mechanism is quite challenging because the hero will need a certain energy once we do some action like a basic attack or dodging. It will recover over time even if we don't do anything. Project Net. I would like to give a different style of action game. It's not like the previous list, which is a hack and slash base, but it has an action shooter game. The game will have a great example to the other game's developer to create a beautiful character of anime visual. It has been proven by the number of the players and YouTubers who are willing to take a chance to try the game now. Even right now, it's just an early access, but the hype is magnificent. The gameplay allows the player to play in multiplayer with the other friends and invite them to make a team up. But I prefer to play the campaign mode to enjoy the storyline, so in combat we can switch the hero anytime. Each of the heroes will have a different weapon with a variety of the power and fire rate. Once we would like to get a better hero, then we can collect it through gacha. Always try to upgrade the hero through the equipment or gear. It will boost your weapon power significantly. Project Net is the best new action game 2025. Dungeon and Eldritch. This game is one of the top new action hack and slash games with realistic graphic looks, but the game size is quite low, it's about 2GB only, but we can set the graphic into the ultimate setting and run perfectly without any single lag. In-game, we are only able to pick gladiator classes. Seriously, the developer need to add a new classes, especially for a long-range hero like a mage or archer. Luckily, our main hero can adjust a different weapon like a sword, hammer, axe, but all of them are melee combat only. Each time we gain a new level, we will get one skill point to learn a new skill or upgrade the skill to strengthen the power. We'll easily get a high quality equipment through a common stage. The drop rate is very high, but we need to kill the last guardian of each stage to get it. The game's combat mechanism is hack and slash. The hero will hold two different weapons and the hero's appearance will be adjusted based on the equipment that we are equipping on. While we are in the lobby, the other players are visible to meet, but once we get into the dungeon, we should clear it by a solo player. I think we don't have to focus on the story because the concept is very clear about the dungeon base, and even the storyline will not represent a voiceover. Dungeon and Eldritch is the best new online action RPG 2025 for mobile. One Piece Ambition. Finally, the game is playable right now, but we can only access it by using a certain account and available in a specific country only. I'm a big fan of One Piece and honestly, I grew up on this anime. It's amazing how the anime can last until now. Even the story is getting exciting, making the community of the One Piece fans get bigger and bigger. Right now, this game comes up to mobile and the number of the players who are playing it reach more than 10 million players. This number is pretty crazy though. The game has a side-scrolling perspective camera angle, but we can navigate the hero into 360 degrees. The combat mechanism is hack and slash based with a fast-paced level and we will fight against massive enemies at once. All of our skills are in the area of effect range, so it's not a problem then. We can launch the support ally to launch his skill and help to deal more damage. The storyline is exactly the same as the anime. One Piece Ambition is the best ARPG 2025 action game Android and iOS. Prometheus. I can't wait any longer to make this game release globally in 2025. I've tried 2 times for the game's beta testing and I'm really totally impressed. The way the hero launches the ultimate skill is pretty satisfying to see. The visual and the slow motion effect look so gorgeous. Even though the game has a chibi character, but you can't underestimate the hero's design. It has a great attention to detail, especially on his skill showcase. Right now, we have presented 3 different heroes with the variety of the weapons they hold: hammer, staff, and sword. I'm pretty sure you can classify their job classes based on the weapon they have. The combat mechanism of Prometheus is we need to keep hitting the enemy to recharge the energy. Use the energy to release your skill continuously until you run out of the energy. In the game, we can switch the hero. The allies will trigger the entrance attack and deal a sudden strike. Prometheus is the best new action RPG 2025 online game for Android and iOS. The Hidden Ones. This game is a must-play game in 2025 if you want to get a new experience on mobile games by playing an action that looks so realistic in combat, then I will straight to this game as my first recommendation. It has a Sifu games like where the action combat is the most interesting part we should be concerned about. Can you imagine the developer decide to represent a professional martial art master to create the movement look natural? The combat effect will make your expectation become higher by adding a parrying, counter-attacking, and also grappling. All these actions are really important to make your hero survive, so we should try to make it happen as often as we can. Timing, speed, precision, and strength is the most crucial indicator to reflect your action. Need more time to learn it and we will be used to it then. This game allows the player to explore a small area and follow the main storyline. 100% I will in. When the game launches globally in 2025, it's been confirmed it will have an English version. Sword Art Online variant Showdown. I remember how long the game did the maintenance, and finally the developers show us better gameplay and visual looks optimized better. This game is one of the best new action hack and slash games for mobile. We can switch the hero in battle and launch the support skill. The combat looks slower than the last version, but it's good to make the hero's action become more realistic. As a new RPG 2025, the developer successfully attract the newbie player, giving so many SSR hero through free gacha. It's kind of no pay to win RPG. Hack and slash is the main concept, even the storyline is not really much showing while in the scenes. Which version are you like the most, the first one or the second one? Because both of them have a different speed combat gameplay. Bonus, Gold and Glory. This game is just a new release and surprisingly it reached over 1 million players within a week. It shows us how the game attracts the newbie player. The game specifications are quite light and really playable for mid-range phones. Even we can set the graphic in a higher and stable FPS. The gameplay is really competitive. We should compete between the real player and become the last man standing, while the circle will get smaller in area. Always try to find the best spot to reach the safety area by killing the monster and looting some items. But once you die in the dungeon, then all of the collection items will be lost as well. These all are the best action hack and slash game for mobile. I guarantee some of the games will make your day and worthy to be anticipated in 2025. Remember to like this list and see you on the next video. Thanks.